Here we go. Hey, what's up? How's it going, everybody? Cool. All right, let's get this on the road. Let me explain a little bit about what's going on here. We got a 4-filer coil here. It's 4 strands in one coil, 538.8 turns in each strand. We got all of them hooked up to their own transistor at the moment. So we're gonna see that. It's gonna be pretty awesome, I think. I'm gonna start that at 20 volts. All right, so here we go. Just a little spin to get it going. So this is a 22 gauge strand, a 26 gauge strand, a 30 gauge strand, and a 32 gauge strand, all hitting at the same time. So it gets loud and it's like, oh my God, is it working? And yeah, just wait. It's awesome. Oh, that's not right. We just got to get over that hump. See, the core is so close to the rotor right now that oh, come on, here we go. Once it gets over that hump. See that? See the way this is shaking, I'm not so sure. That sounds better. That sounds more healthy. So with a 4-filer coil like this, you got so many different ways you can hook it up. You've got the parallel like it is right now, and this is you can blow transistors really easily like this, like catch them on fire with the parallel. Oh, there it goes. All right, we're about to start getting really fast here, like faster than it is by double almost. And you can hear it, maybe. I know I can hear it. It's revving up. It's awesome. So it took a little while to get started. I turned it up 5 more volts because apparently That 20 is like that sinkhole where it just keeps catching the core and it doesn't get past that point. But this is awesome. It's so smooth. It's quiet. All right, here. Let's see what we got here. That's at 25 volts. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there it goes. Yep, and that's the problem with running parallel. You got way too much strain on the transistors. All right, so that was that one. I'm gonna wait for that to cool down a little bit. I'm gonna set this up in series now, and we're gonna work it like that. We're gonna do 2 series circuits, each with an 8 gauge differential. So we're gonna go 22 into 30, and we're gonna go 26 into 32, just like that. I gotta remember to take that transistor out. But you saw how that was whipping pretty good, right? I mean, once it got over that core situation. Now, what's going on here is I'm probably going to do this a lot. You know, I'm just making it's a demonstration of the coil and what it can do. A lot of the different things it can do. I mean, it doesn't. Man, that is pretty raunchy. Okay. Hmm. We'll just put them in as we need them. We're going to need 2 for the 1 coil because we're going to have 2 series circuits. We're going to need 2 transistors. And for series circuits, I got this nifty little thing right here. This is awesome. So it's going to go 26 is, or no, 22 is going to go in here on that side, and 30 is going to go in on the other side. So hard to tell the difference between 30 and 32 sometimes. Oh, I got it. All right, so get a power plug, clip it one end of the 22, and then we get an emitter, or I mean a collector plug, and we plug that into the 30 on this side. Bada boom. And that will require a transistor. All right. Now we could test that one. Make sure it's working. Just a quick test. I would say yes. Most definitely working. Okay. Now we get another plug for power. Let's do this first. We're going to need our 26 for the power. And then 26 goes in here like so. And 32 over here. Yes, yes. Oh, 32, sometimes it's really hard to get it. And I got it. So now we have our two series circuits. Let me get the collector plug here. Right. Collector plug in transistor. All right. If it doesn't jerk, we're good. We're good. Is it a band transistor? It might be. All right, I'm gonna have to get a fresh one. I was just swapping them. Well, I got two more here. One of them might be good, so I'm just gonna try this one. Because sometimes it's a long wait for these to come in the mail, so we're gonna conservation is in effect. And see, it doesn't look like it's not functioning because it would jerk back and forth if something wasn't right with it. Wow. Didn't think it would be so difficult here. Maybe it's because there's a threshold with these things, these transistors. And I think with the core being so close is really what the problem kind of is. No, that's the transistor for sure. Like one of them's working and then one of them isn't. Is this them? This has got to be them. There they go. All right. We're going to get fresh ones in there. And then I'm hoping that's what the problem is. All right, man. Here she goes. I wonder what could be wrong right now. All right, well, that's obviously not functioning correctly right now. So what I'm going to do, I want to show you something that does work. It's got to be a problem with the connection. That much I understand at this point. It's probably this thing the way I did it. One of the ends might not be long enough. Okay, so we got 26 and 22 hooked up. So we'll run those parallel. Sweet. Hey, what's up? How's everybody? I haven't looked behind me to see what's going on there. Feel free to speak your mind. I know it hasn't been functioning. Wow, something is definitely not right. Oh, it's probably the breadboard. Jesus. Shit. That would suck. Alright. So if that's the case right now, because I just had like a fire of small proportions here. That's that one here. I'm gonna move it. Over here. Oh man, I had this nice and pretty before I started. All sorted out, man. It doesn't take long for these wires to get. All right. Let's see. Because I thought like when a transistor's malfunctioning, it would jerk around. I guess it all depends on which part of it is broken. Alright, I didn't switch out the transistors, I was just seeing if moving it around would work. And it's not working. Damn. I got a pretty nice transistor over here. Like, this big one right here. It's an NTE36. But off the top of my head, I don't remember the pins for the life of me. So, yeah, that's rough, man. I don't know. Like if there's something wrong, there is like singe marks here on the breadboard, and the plastic is kind of melted. All right, so that's good. That's good. So that gives me a great idea, actually. If people bear with me, we're gonna start over this from scratch. Like it won't take but like a couple minutes here. Now I got a question. And if anybody in the audience or crew can answer this, can I use a MOSFET to run this thing? So I have, well, a couple 600 volt, 12 amp or 24 amp, something like that. They're insulated gate bipolar transistors. NTE 3311s, insulated gate bipolar transistor, N channel enhancement, high speed switching. Oh man, I gotta get my glasses. So it's got a 600 volt max, 25 amp max, 150 watts, BCE. So this, I mean, it doesn't say MOSFET on it, but I'm pretty sure an insulated gate bipolar transistor is a MOSFET. Oh, this thing looks wicked. I don't think it'll fit in a breadboard though. Like the pins, maybe it will. Yeah, these pins are right to do so. Sweet. That's dope. All right. Um, I actually have a new breadboard. I'll bust that out too. Oh man, and it was working so beautifully every which way I hooked it up before I turned on the live stream, and then it's like, and when I say beautifully, I mean like, yes, that's exactly what we're looking for, kind of beauty. Except for the one time, you know, like, oh, look at these, look at these. These will be nice. All right. Oh man. Okay, let's see if they'll fit in here. No, it doesn't look like they're gonna fit. That's unfortunate. How many people knew that this transistor wasn't gonna fit in the breadboard? I don't know. I had a hunch, but BCE. Oh man, do you think that the transistor that is in question will be able to do switch 538.8 turns of 22 gauge without overheating? I hope so. 25 amps is a lot of amps. And I'm half expecting the frequency to be wrong and it not to work. At all, you know? Alright, so the power's going in, the collector is going to, the base is hooked up. Just got to make sure that this one is plugged into the ground, or that coil won't work. Nice. Okay. And now the emitter. This will be great if it works. I've never tried one of these type before. You know? Wow. I felt something moving through the coil. I don't know why that keeps happening. Like you know what? Let's see if it's the coil or if it's the core, because I can easily put this back in there. Oh yeah, that's got to be the switch. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's put it down. So let's use the one I was using before. Man, I can't. Base. Collector. I kind of knew that was coming. I don't know why it does that. I've never hooked that one up before, but I've hooked up other MOSFETs and they all do that. No. Nope, something's not right. I think I know what it is too. Nope. Man. What the cheese old beats. Damn, I thought. But that appears to be localized now. There were some that I wasn't sure. Alright, that looks like it's moving, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try something. Old school, what I used to do before I even considered using a breadboard. And then I'll use this other one. I'll put it right here. So it is the breadboard the entire time since I started. And this is just one strand of this coil. So I mean, I'm way behind where it should be, but as soon as it catches, it's gonna start speeding up real fast compared to what it's going right now. And this is without a core. I wanted to do some BEMF, so I'll put the core back in. We'll let it turn for just a few more seconds, then I'm going to see if we can get the light on. And then the light doesn't work. That's funny. But you can hear it revving up. so weird how like one night like, your stuff can handle shit, and it's like the next night you can't turn it up past 35. And this is very hot, so I don't advise doing that. Okay, so and I'm sure that that breadboard will still work, but something's not right. Hmm. Oh man. Breadboards are so tiny, man. It's hard to work with them sometimes. All right, there we got our 2 transistors worth of jumper cables in there. So I'm probably going to have to use the adhesive if I'm going to continue to use that. I don't like holding things. I don't. So it's probably going to be where we'll go with that. collector. Right. Wow, my kids are screaming. It's awesome. I'm having a great time. It's my son's birthday, so that's awesome. Wow. Okay. We got two collectors, two emitters, and now we're going to get two base connections. Now watch this. Watch this be the reason. That's 10 volts in. So everything's working now. There's the breadboard. What the hell? Fifteen volts, huh? I gotta check this. Make sure everything's connected over here. Yeah, everything looks good. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I'm not worried about it though. I know it'll work. I know it's just being stubborn. See, this one works. I really do think it's the transistors though. Man, I wish I had more of these fast switching ones. All right, we're just checking some connects. I'm gonna put one more fresh one in there just to see what happens. That one is working. I don't even know what gauge that is. I think it's the 26. It might just be that, 538 turns of 22 gauge just has too much amps going through it for these transistors to handle. Then I see another problem. Fixing. And is fixed. See, man, it. So this is 22 and 26 gauge together. At 21 volts. It takes a little bit to get going, I guess, but once it gets going, it gets going. You can hear it, it just loves to rev up. Sorry, I haven't been able to look at any of the comments on there, so if you guys are having a conversation about, looks like the diodes used in the flyback, those little ones. Um, what are we talking about? I just been trying to get this thing to run since I started the stream. It was running at the beginning and then it just stopped. So this is 21 volts with the two. Yep. I'm just gonna let it run. I'm like, yay, it's moving. Let's let it go. Holy shit. The hell happened to my stuff, man? It's like, wow. It just got so weak. It got weaker. Overnight weakness. Huh. No, just the amount of voltage that these things can handle is a lot less smooth. It's a lot smaller. Yeah, dude, I'm not even gonna touch it right now. It just caught on fire. Well, it started smoking. Did not catch on fire. There already is one. A big one, dude. It's the shunt is in between the base and the coil. This coil. 200 ohms. Yeah, I got it. That's 200's in between there. I'm thinking it's 100 watt, 200 ohm. Yeah, I'm seeing how that might be true. So maybe the problem is this coil generates way too much voltage where it's at. Maybe if I move it back like so. I'm thinking that might actually work. Let me give it a shot. And you know what else I can do? I'm gonna hook my multimeter up to, oh, that the 600 volts doesn't go through the drive cycle, man. It doesn't get to the transistor ever. At least I hope it doesn't. That'd be weird. That would be cross circuitry. I don't intend to do that. So Yeah, I'm just, you know, I can't even get my own stuff to work. Heck yeah. Oh, Mike, did Mike leave? Mike, bye, Mike. All right, we're gonna see exactly what the voltage is. No, actually, we want to hook this up after the diode, right? No. Yeah, we want. Do we want to see how much voltage is actually getting to the transistor, or do we want to see how much voltage is coming off the coil? Because it comes off the coil and then it goes through a resistor and then it goes through a diode and it comes out the other side. DC electricity. And probably not as much as the AC that it came from. I have no idea yet. That's what we're finding out. No idea. I know that this coil can probably generate up to 100 volts at full speed. I know. I know. I'm just saying, this has been working like this for just, this is the only time I've ever had a problem. So it's like, it's not really an issue. I'm sorry that I can't show it to you working the way it should, but so the only thing that I can do now, since the biggest resistor that I have is already on there, is to back the coil away from the rotor. Let me see if I can start it up with it way out there. We're, I don't even know how to answer your question, Pete. It's not like there's a dial on this one that will give me amps, or I don't have an amp meter on this particular power supply. All right, let's look. Right now we're generating 0.3 of a volt. Point 0.4. All right, that's 1 volt. I think, what's the minimum? Do you know what the minimum is, Kale? For the base, I think it's 0.7, right? 0.5? Okay. We should be right in the sweet spot then for the low end. It's at 1.1. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Oh. I don't know if this is what's getting through though. See, now it's like at just 0.5, just now it's at 3. 3.1. Man, this this just isn't working. It's all that fire that happened. It's just ridiculous how, no, you don't understand. It's been working all week. And I've been turning it up to 60 volts. And not having a freaking fire like I'm having today. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, oh, you mean this little thing? You think so? Si, senor. All right. I gotta have something to put it on. So now it's at 5.3 steady. Is that too high? That's gotta be too high. Okay. Yeah. But I have a feeling it's gonna generate more voltage. All right, let's turn that off. Something is not right there. I'm gonna put that core back in too. Now, this is a 38 gauge coil. Oh wow, having the coil be that small is going to give me a great range of places I can put it. I really don't like wires. I, I I know that that's like, I hate them, dude. Wires really irritate me. They never do what you tell them to. All right, let's hook up the multimeter to that as well. Hopefully it won't break. Come on, dude. I really just don't want that 38 to break. But I want to get all the data. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, I have a feeling it's going to be major voltage because it made the light, you know, brighter than any other coil that I have. Let's see. Here we go. It's at 1.5 volts, just chilling there. One point 1.5. Oh, why isn't it working? Why is my something's just, I know what it is, man. Something's just not plugged in the way it should be, and that's what's going on here. I just don't know what it could be. Ooh, it's raining. All right. That coil does look like it'll work very well. Right. All right. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Maybe I just gotta move the coil now. Yep. Well, I could swap the wires. Oh, well, that one came off. You know, it's not just gonna hook up though, bro. It's really not. It's a 38 gauge, and my alligator clips are old. The jaws are not the jaws of death anymore. But I just saw that it was unclanched. Let's see. What the hell? Just in case I got the wires mixed up. God, it's so hard working with 38. So hard. It's so difficult. I shouldn't have to move it, man. I mean, it was perfectly, everything was good. Ugh, bugs me. All right, so I am going to hook up, if I can find it, this NTE 36, and I'm going to run it in just a complete series. Hopefully all the connections will work. There'll be one transistor for the coil instead of all this stuff that isn't guaranteed to work. This one might not work. I don't know if that trigger coil might be glued in the wrong spot. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's not working. So like every time that a bottleneck occurs, those amps that were running through the previous wire are now forced into a wire that is too much for it to handle. You know, it doesn't handle as many amps as there's coming to it. So you get a spike as it reduces. And that energy's already there, but whatever, it works. I don't know if it's a latent energy or just the way you gotta get it with the way I make my coil. I don't know. Right. And it's just working with the 38 gauge is with these clips isn't gonna. It's the utility is very poor. I mean, I love how bright the light got, but just from the magnetic induction. Now this is the one that gives me the most trouble. Is trying to put a 32 gauge in this. Oh, I got it! Yay! All right, so we'll take the blue. Wrong blue. That freaking smell of burning transistor material. Ugh. It's enough to make you lightheaded. And then the collector. Almost done. We're going to try the 38 coil again, and then if it doesn't work, we're going to go back. We're going to backtrack. Instead of troubleshooting this time, we're going to backtrack to the 32 gauge coil. We're going to work on positioning. Goodness gracious. All right, here it is. I think he's going to be a good spacer, honestly. And just losing. Go. And I have a smaller 32 gauge. You know, it could be these wires are touching. In that case, we're gonna switch it up just a little bit. That 32 gauge doesn't want to go in this thing very well at all. And I'm not willing to put, I don't have the patience to deal with that. So we just take one strand. Hope I'm right. $60G. All right, hell yeah, I got some investment in that. Like I told you right there, man, it's that 32 gauge wire doesn't fit in there very well in that clip. So that connection was bad. Oh yeah, that'll be going. That's right. It's all in this 22, 26, 30 series circuit. So yeah, that works. It's not that powerful though. I like the double series circuit. You can and then oh, you mean don't turn the voltage up too high? Yeah, right. You know, that'd probably be way ahead if I didn't do that. Me too, man. Heck yeah, I scared everybody away, dude. Man, I hate doing that. You did, man. So I didn't scare everybody away. You the man. I like that you hung in there with me. Oh, you the man, dude. I'm loyal to you too. I mean, I don't have many subscriptions at all, and you're one of them. I have an idea. We're gonna bypass the clip. Oh man, because I want to see it in full full series. You know what I'm saying? Without the strand out. And the only reason it didn't work was because I hate these clips too, man. They're all my clips are bent, dude. It sucks. Oh, they would just grab onto a 38. That would be awesome. So that 30 will clip to this 32. Come on, doofus. And then one side works, and then you go to clip the other side, and it doesn't work. Oh man. And then we clip this to this. And that should be a complete series circuit right there. So this one will give you 3 additional spikes, because when it collapses, those bottlenecks collapse as well, differently. Yeah, I just don't know how you make something like this without clips. Yeah, lift off. And then when I have all 3 of them working, when 2 of them are on, it's like really, really fast. And then when 3 of them are on, it kind of slows down a little bit. As in like 1, 2, 3. So that doesn't seem very much better with the 32 engaged with the whole package there. Four 4.4. Remove the resistor with just a 4.5 volts. I'm cool to remove the resistor. Okay. Is this incoming data, or did you just come up with this? I can't run it straight to the base though. It needs to be rectified. So I need to put in a rectifier. All right, we'll see. I'll do it. All right, so we'll take it from here. And we will put that right there. Oh, it's squeaking now. That's awesome. I love the squeak, dude. That's cool. All right, let's give it a whip. Yeah, thumbs up. 3.4 volts on the trigger coil. Ah, that's good. Uh-huh. 2.4 sounds good to me. All right, so yeah, it's only on like I guess minimum voltage for transistor. Let's see here. Yeah, that's about what you can do with one transistor. With this setup now, I think I have. Yeah. I'm gonna try one more time to get um, my dual series circuit going here. Well, you've seen it work. I don't think you've seen it work the way I've seen it work, which is very unfortunate. Okay, so one more time, we'll go in here. 130. And the 26. You know, since this is going to be the difficult one. Oh man. All right, here we go. Now, if I get this, it'll be awesome. I have a feeling. Collector. And then an emitter. Let's hope those pins are right. BCE, right? BCE. Okay. We got a little bit faster pickup. Before Christ existed. Jesus Christ is in heaven now. Yeah, look at that. See, the double series circuit works so much better than just having one long one. and it works the best when you're doing it Bedini style. I mean, if it's a Bedini connected coil and not just a trigger or a sense coil and a drive coil, but like you take the drive coil and you put that electricity through the sense coil as well, and you just use an alternate. Well, I mean, I do stuff that nobody does, and then I document what I find out. And some of that data might be useful. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. That's kind of the objective here. 3.4 for the trigger right here. That's good. Is to do things that, say John Bedini didn't do. I mean, I honestly, it's great, and it would probably thrill me if something works so easily or whatever. I don't know. Because I mean, just having a bifilar coil that makes stuff run that fast is blows my freaking mind. Yeah, he wound his coils wrong. Thanks, 007. That's right. He wound them to and fro, and you should just go two, skip back, two, skip back, two, skip back. So you're reiterating the same imprint every layer. Doesn't go back and forth. Oh, yes, this is it, man. This is so good. This is 20 volts. Now the series circuit takes a little bit more. Got to back this coil out every once in a while. We're up to 3 volts, and I backed it out twice. That's weird because I mean, just what I was doing last night. I was putting a lot of stress on this stuff, and it was going through performing with flying colors. Like it was just nothing I did mattered. These are different transistors than the ones I was using. I was using the little ones. Huh. I don't know what's up with this light. It's working a second ago. There we go. It must have been the light itself. That one works. Yeah. Alright, now let's see if we can power through the reduction in speed of the rotor. I bet if we had the parallel strands hooked up, it could do it really easily. Hmm. I think maybe I should hook the resistor back up. No? Yeah, it's looking good. No doubt. And this is from magnetic induction. The light right here is coming from this coil, which is just getting electricity from the magnets passing by it. This one, however, is designed to do something else. Get energy a different way. Alright, so that is going to be our BEMF pickup coil. It's huge. Shouldn't have any trouble picking it up. But I'm going to cut back this light. I've gotten it to work way better than that. Like no blinking whatsoever. So why don't we hook up the oscilloscope to the BEMF pickup coil with the bifilar series circuit in the coil. I don't even know what to call it. It's like, it's 2 series circuits in a 4-filar coil. And we're going to hook this up to, wow, BEMF. Yeah, we're probably going to want to keep this away from there, because it keeps touching the, alright. Wow, dude. Look at that. Unbelievable. 1.26K. Wow, dude. Those spikes are phenomenal, dude. Wow. No, man, I've never seen anything like this. 1.5K volt spike, dude. I think that's magnificent. And that's 28 volts in. In between 205 and 175 hertz. You know, I do have a neon light, 120 volt neon light on the table right now. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna break. You know, I honestly. No, it's not for the breadboard. It's not a breadboard neon light. It's this kind. It won't fit in a breadboard. The legs are too fat. But I can use a jumper cable and then another clip, and then another jumper cable and another clip. And besides the ones I'm using right now are not on a breadboard. So let's give that a shot. Connect it to the collector emitter. What happened to my spikes? Now I have two transistors here, so I need two bulbs, right? You know what? I'm gonna cut this off. All right. Now, yeah, man, I'm losing daylight. My head's spinning. I need to pack the peace pipe in a minute. All right, let's give it a whirl. Those lights are lighting up. Wow, that's pretty neat. You can see the spikes starting to hit. Let me get it. It's already up to like 400 spikes. Yeah, I knew about flux. Yeah, and they said if you don't flux right, it's like, don't even bother. So about 400 to 500 on the spikes here. Thirty volts in, we're getting 700. Yeah, 783 is the highest so far. So it's good, I think, when you up the voltage and you get bigger spikes in the BEMF capture coil. Because sometimes when you turn it up, that shit goes down. It just stops working altogether sometimes. Oh, you see the lights working? The ones that we just hooked up? Right back there, they're like glowing. That's cool. I hope it doesn't catch anything on fire. Oh yeah, 1.8K at 36 volts. And when you turn the power off, it goes away completely. That's how you can tell that it's not magnetic induction that's doing that. Well, that's awesome. It works. Whoa, it works. All right. Well, thank you very much. Really appreciate you guys stopping by and chatting about stuff. But I gotta take it easy. I gotta sit down and I'm just gonna see if it'll start up again from nothing to. I'm going to keep messing around with these connections. And if I find a better one, I'll let you know. But currently, it's just the one coil right here with 2 series circuits in it. That's all right. I'm not trying, I'm just doing what I do. I'm showing you guys what I do. That's all I'm doing. I'm not interested in any of that other stuff, really. I mean, if I end up making a little bit of cash doing this because I enjoy doing it, that would be great. I know there's not a lot going on, but there's enough to keep me interested. All right, let's check this real quick. And you know, you gotta put in like a minimal amount. Yeah, there's a few people that I watch. I watch the 3D print guy. I watch Peter. I watch you. Um, there's this guy called Grain. I watch him. I watch a guy called Tom Stratton. Uh, yeah, man. How much force? How much more force do you think one of those whatever projectile you're going to use would get from doing the coils the right way? Nice. So that's cool. I got the neon lights across the emitter and collector. Yeah, you should definitely, make a diagram of that because I was having this thought process about a coil that would be able to, like a flip of a switch or some kind of sensor would be able to push either way on command. Using just the coil, which means you get to bypass a shit ton of like computers and all that crap, circuitry, and it's just the coil doing it. See, now that would be, I got you. One of the little ones, right? One of the, I think I have one that'll fit. One that'll fit in the breadboard. Uh, yeah. So that again would be like a trigger or a switch that would dump that directly into the coil. Yeah, like a coil rifle or a coil musket. Old school, like lead block shooting type of thing. A blunderbuss. Yeah, I don't know much about it. But putting, some amount of voltage into a capacitor and then having one of these coils trigger, like there's, like a real trigger coil, instead of just it sensing everything. Yeah, that's cool. Oh. I think that's how I got my coils to jump up my iron poles. You see, I would hook up a battery, 12-volt battery to them, and then I would just flip it on, and it would like hop up the pole. Yeah, well, I'm not looking to like help it run or anything, just start itself, basically. Having just enough kick in it to trigger the sense coil. Oh, but I don't even know if that's important. It's not important. So I might actually just waste some free time Trying to figure that out. I got some awesome capacitors coming tomorrow. They're 50 volt capacitors with 3.3 microfarad as capacitance. So it has like no capacitance and it's 50 volts. So it pops frequently and hard. Oh man. Because earlier today I had full parallel set up in this, and then series circuit set up in these, and it was working just fine. Everything was working just fine until I don't even know what I did. Mm. Yeah. But like I'm saying, like it must have happened last night then, because I was doing whatever I wanted, however often I wanted to do it. I turned it up to 60 volts. None of the stuff was damaged or appeared to be damaged, or everything worked fine. So yeah, I mean that's more than possible. Heat damage. At least these two are working pretty well. But running a 22 gauge strand it's like only 500 turns on a fast transistor, it overheats pretty much every time. That's why I hooked it in a series circuit with a smaller strand. But these are two different transistors that I'm using. They're both NTEs, but they're different NTEs. So what does those neon bulbs do, really? Those 120 neon volt neon bulbs. Because it's the same way since I've hooked them up, my BEMF coil has been generating less energy. But it's just weird how it's affecting a coil that's not even hooked up to the system, really. Hmm. Runs a lot smoother with that on though. But I was going to try to convert some of this, maybe run this light with it instead of the induction. Maybe run it with this coil instead. Alright, I think what's really going to be different is how much electricity is being pulsed through the coils. Wow, that's pretty hot. Yeah, it's working. Just don't want any like connections to touch the wrong thing. Alright, let's see. Yeah, those spikes are already starting. It's a little bit more choppy, but it is picking up quicker. It is choppy though. But you can see how much more spike there is there. Yeah, we're already spiking at about 500, 600 volts. We're only 25 volts in too. Well, yeah, that would help out a lot. Actually, we're reaching 5 volts pretty quickly. Gotta back the coil out. That's great. I love these spikes, man. That's a lot of voltage right there. I don't think it's empty voltage either. The sensor coil is separated from the coil, yeah. Oh, the spikes are coming from this coil that's just hanging off the core of the main drive coil. It's not in any way connected except for the core. Yeah, that's all reverse flyback. Mm. I kind of want to hook this thing up and, oh man. All right, this is going to be it for the night though. This will be the last thing that I do. I'm getting kind of tired here. Um, Now, if I can turn that light on without there being any load at all on the rotor, that would be awesome. Shouldn't be too difficult. Oh man, it's these damn clips. I see that my wave is flattened out. I'm thinking that it's just because my oscilloscope isn't connected right now. Yeah, that wave went right away. I don't understand. Yeah, well, no, because I've done that a little bit and you move it away from the spot and you don't get any readings. You move it off the core and you don't get any readings because it's 32 gauge wire. Besides, I don't like holding things. I don't really dislike holding things, so if it's going to be in the picture, it's going to be stationary. I mean, I'll move it a little bit, but it's got to be able to, like, then stand on its own. Can we get those waves to get large enough to have enough voltage to turn on the light? What happened to it, man? See, that's what I'm talking about. The stuff is very unstable. It's either my connections or it's the stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to light it with this coil right here instead of this one over here. This one is the one that the readings are on. I don't know what's going on with that. I think, there we go. Maybe it's just because they were touching. And that's all that the clips had to do was touch each other and then the energy just dissipates. Wow, that was moving pretty fast. Hmm. So what do you think I should do? Like put it in a capacitor first, and and then shoot it over to the light. I know it can run the light. I know it can run it without a capacitor. Oh wow, look at that. Now it's opposite of what it was. Mm. The light's connected straight to the coil. Yeah, there's no diode. See this coil right here will light it up easy because it gets its electricity from the magnets. Well, I am going to check on my son. It's his birthday today, and we're gonna chill. We're gonna have his birthday. So I'll think about this later, and we'll get everything working the way it's supposed to. All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate you coming through. All right. Oh, I'm pretty sure it will. I got what I need coming in the mail pretty soon, and it's just more of these larger transistors. All right. Well, thank you very much. Peace, man. Thank you.